Hello. Happy Tuesday. Just a few things before I dig into this topic I wanted to share. If any of you ladies are not a part of our Facebook group, you can join. The link in the page should be pinned at the top. I'll double check. Also, we're preparing for Giving Tuesday, so if you're a part of an organization or if you have an organization and this is something that you may be interested in, whether you're going to participate or not, the information will be great for you to utilize this year or the years to come. Okay, so it dawned upon me because yet and still, I feel like a lot of organizations, and I always target small organizations and nonprofits because that's who I usually work with, even though I'm employed with a bigger nonprofit. But what I've seen is a lot of you are depending on social media to really reach the people that need your services. And it would be different if your community is based online, because there are now ministries that are online based. There's e-groups. It just depends how you go about it. So I always say my motto is 70-30. 70% you want to be in your community, you want to be hands-on. 30% you want to be online. So whether online means, your newsletters, your website, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, cool, amazing. We are losing the bigger aspect as far as, they used to call it street teams for the entertainment, arena, but we're losing that aspect in that arena of us actually going out to talk to people regarding the services. Sorry, there was a call. Regarding the services that you provide. And a lot of you guys are wondering, you know what? I don't think I could do this anymore. Nobody's coming out to my events. I have stockpile of whatever donations you've been receiving. The key to that is you have to get out in your community. You have to actually, and I'm not saying you have to bang down doors. You have to get into the schools if you're catering to youth. And if we really want to get down to the nitty gritty and really bridge the gap as far as youth and students, you want to get into the classrooms. A lot of times these teachers, and I get it, because this is what it comes down to, having volunteers. Volunteers don't get paid. So, but if you have incentives and you work it in a way that it's beneficial and they actually want to stay around, and I'm not saying this to bribe them, because people who are attracted to your organization obviously believe in your mission, your vision, okay? But as far as your volunteers, get your volunteers into the schools. If they have a passion, get this. Here we go. Here's a good gym right here. Free 99. If you have a college student that wants to become, this is so, woo! If you have a college student that wants to intern for your nonprofit, oh man, y'all ain't even on here. So if nobody catches this, best believe I'm gonna drop this. Oh, this is good. I don't even know. Should I share this? Okay, so let me share it, because I think I need to save this video for me too. So, going back to what I was saying before I got so excited. God is good. In order for us to bridge the gap, let's go back to there. In order for us to bridge the gap, get your volunteers, get your interns into the schools to identify certain things that your organization can do. So whether it's dealing with troubled youth, however you want to make out that plan and get the research going, it not only benefits you, it benefits your community. It benefits the teacher. It benefits the intern who is going to soon be a teacher in that setting. So not only are they physically in the situation and dealing with it and see firsthand what teachers deal with, it's way beyond just the studies and teaching. It's seeing what these teachers deal with to a day-to-day basis. That's a gem right there. And you are looking for people to volunteer for your organization. If you were really serious about this, you're going to be a 501c3. You're going to become a 501c3. If you need to be referred to someone that can help you with the paperwork, please see me. Please see me. I have someone. So getting interns. Okay, so outreach. Connecting outreach to bridging the gap between schools. Okay, cool. There might be other organizations that do something similar to what you do. So collaboration. There might be other volunteers, and I'm not saying you are going to or you want to take other volunteers in order to handle your outreach, but that organization may have volunteers that know someone that can utilize and use your services. All this from going out, collaborating, getting from behind the phone, the computer, all of that. Networking. Networking outreach. Ooh. If you are able-bodied, there is no reason why, and even if you're not, because there's a lot of disabled people that will show up and show out more than a lot of us. So if you are able-bodied and you can actually go out, speak to different schools, speak at different churches, go to different events, network with other people. This is a great opportunity to get that outreach, to get those hours in. Utilize your volunteers to where they not only can fill a void, but they feel like what they're doing actually matters. So again, get from behind the phone, get from behind the computer, all of that. Outreach. We can do this. So for those of you that are actually serious about what it is that your mission and vision, your heart, your passion, what's dear and near to you, what's going on in your community, again, 70-30, 70% in the community, 30% online. We have to get from behind the computers. I will say, too, because there are people always willing to give. Hold on. There are people always willing to give online. So that means donations. Cool. But it doesn't only stop there. So when it comes down to your winter events, make sure that you're actually going out to these businesses, mom and pop stores. Don't feel like, and I had a client that said, do you think people are really willing to donate or to spend their time to help an organization around the time that, we're usually spending money for Christmas and Thanksgiving? That's one of the amazing times to do it. November, Giving Tuesday. We're aiming for goals here. So you and your team should already have a strategic plan in place. That's a gem too. Okay, so I think that's enough for right now. But again, I just wanted to encourage you guys to, fulfill that void of outreach. Outreach definitely needs to go back to, you don't have to knock on doors, like I said, but definitely just get out there. Get out there. Get out there. Wear your t-shirts. Make a t-shirt. Have your clients or participants, if they're youth, make t-shirts. Get white t-shirts and have them. If you have artists, allow them to be creative. Have them make the t-shirts and give them the praise they need. So call up your local newspaper and say, this is what Jamal did, and we want to thank him. And the reason why he did this, the resources are there, and this is what bothers me. It's so many people feel like they have to have X amount of money or funding in order to do what it is that they're set out to do. Use what you have already. It's there. God has supplied you what you have right now. Use it. And you will continuously get blessed, and things will grow. As you are planting seeds, your volunteers will water, and things will just keep on going. You won't miss a beat. I promise you. You won't miss a beat. I promise you. You will not miss a beat at all. So whether your organization is a church or whatever, outreach is so very important. If you're a small church, it's so very important and prevalent to get out there. It's more than just putting your flyer on a car. I'm just going to be honest. Sometimes we want to see the person, and we don't always have to be harassing, when we're going up to people or knocking on people's doors. But if we are coming in contact with different people in our community, again, because a lot of us like to go out of our community, but in our community, and actually talk to these people and see what it is that they need, a need, not what we think they need, but an actual need to help them, they will come. So a lot of this, wondering, you can actually go out there and do surveys and ask people. And you don't have to say this is a survey. Just have a conversation. And people will be honest. A lot of people are in need of food. So food bank. Boom. Food bank. Maybe your organization or your church needs to put together a food bank that can assist your community. Am I saying that's easy? No, I'm not. But if it's a need and that's connected to what your mission and vision is, you can make it happen. If you're a 501c3, you can make it happen. Again, did I say it was going to be easy? No. Because so many people are fighting for the different opportunities, the grants, and everything that's out there when it's dealing with money. And there are guidelines that you have to stand by. So that's why I constantly say that paper trail is so important, whether you're a 501c3 or not. Because when you are, you're going to have paper trail. You're going to have the information in order to show that you are actually using your funds for what it is that you said you were. So again, this is not something that CEOs and founders can do on their own. You definitely need the help. You definitely need the volunteers. And you need people that you can trust. Okay? All right, that's it. But if you did not... This is a video you want to go back and watch. And I'm going to go back and watch it myself, because that gem that I just dropped, for a lot of you that deal with youth, a lot of you guys that are 501c3s, and I'm not saying it's going to be easy. This is the thing. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. And I don't say that to scare anyone, but if you're willing to tackle the challenge and really go after whatever it is that you see the need, that's the main purpose why you exist. It's because you see that there's a need. Because if there wasn't a need, then there was no purpose for you to exist. Which a lot of people say when starting out, you need to figure out if there's an organization doing what you're doing, and if there's a need. And if not, then, don't go through with it. Oh, my stuff is blowing up. Okay. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. If so, leave a comment or share it. Whatever. Have an amazing Tuesday. I got work to do. Rewatch this, and yes, I'll be chatting with you guys and my nonprofit queens in our private group real soon. Bye.